The MotoGP world is in an uproar after Dani Pedrosa, a MotoGP legend known for his insightful commentary, recently scrutinized Marc Marquez's performance at the 2024 British MotoGP held at the iconic Silverstone circuit in England. Despite starting the race from 7th position, Marquez, affectionately dubbed the Baby Alien, could only manage a 4th-place finish. This result, while garnering him valuable points, fell short of expectations, prompting Pedrosa to deliver a critical assessment. In his analysis, Pedrosa pointed out that Marquez struggled throughout the weekend to find his usual rhythm and standout performance. "It seems like Marc hasn't quite hit his stride this time," Pedrosa remarked. "He didn't show that extra spark we're used to seeing from him," he continued, suggesting that Marquez's form and confidence may have been impacted. Marquez's 4th-place finish at Silverstone added 13 points to his season tally, placing him 4th overall in the 2024 MotoGP standings with 179 points. However, he currently trails leader Jorge Martin by a significant 62-point margin. Martin, who finished 2nd in the British MotoGP after a thrilling battle with Enea Bastianini, has emerged as a formidable contender this season. The race at Silverstone saw Marquez making gains early on, but ultimately falling short of a podium finish, a rarity given his track record of podium dominance. Pedrosa's critique highlights the competitive nature of MotoGP, where even the most accomplished riders face challenges in maintaining peak performance across demanding race weekends. As the season progresses, Marquez will no doubt be looking to regain his momentum and challenge for top honours in upcoming races. In the wake of the 2024 British MotoGP at Silverstone circuit, Marc Marquez's position in the championship standings has been overtaken by Enea Bastianini. After securing a victory in the sprint race, Bastianini followed up with an impressive win in the main race, further solidifying his position as a key contender. The double podium finish earned Bastianini an additional 37 points, bringing his total to 192. This surge in points has propelled him past Marquez, who now finds himself in 4th place with 179 points. Marquez's weekend in England was less successful. He failed to complete the sprint race and could only manage a 4th-place finish in the main race, resulting in a modest 13 points addition. Despite this setback, Marquez remains optimistic about his championship prospects. He acknowledged the challenge ahead, stating, "Of course, we have a chance, but as I mentioned after Assen, we are not in a position to fight for the world title at the moment." He candidly admitted that the current top contenders, Bastianini, Jorge Martin and Francesco Bagnaia, are performing at a superior level. "In the end, there are 3 riders who are consistently faster than us, and Bastianini is particularly strong right now. We simply can't compete with their pace," Marquez added with a note of resignation. At the top of the 2024 MotoGP standings, Jorge Martin of Pramac Ducati leads with 241 points, following a 2nd-place finish at Silverstone. Francesco Bagnaia, the defending world champion, is close behind in 2nd place with 238 points after finishing 3rd in the British GP. Bagnaia's position at the top of the standings is bolstered by Bastianini's victory, which prevented Martin from extending his lead further. The championship battle is heating up as the season progresses, with the top contenders showcasing remarkable consistency and skill. As the series moves forward, all eyes will be on how Marquez and the other riders adapt and respond to the shifting dynamics of the championship race. Marc Marquez was left astounded by Enea Bastianini's exceptional performance in the 2024 British MotoGP race, where Bastianini secured a stunning victory. The Ducati Lenovo team rider delivered an impressive display, especially in the final stages of the race at Silverstone circuit, where he showcased remarkable speed and skill. Bastianini's triumph was marked by his ability to surge forward in the latter part of the race. After clinching the sprint race victory earlier in the week, Bastianini continued his dominant form in the main event. His performance was particularly impressive as he gradually made his way past competitors, eventually overtaking Jorge Martin to claim the lead. Marquez, who was closely observing Bastianini's race, expressed his amazement at the Italian's riding style. The Gresini racing team rider noted that Bastianini's approach was unconventional. Despite struggling in the initial stages with fresher tyres compared to other top contenders like Francesco Bagnaia and Martin, Bastianini managed to excel as the race progressed. and his tires became more worn. Marquez commented, "His riding style is quite peculiar. He had several issues early on with newer tires, compared to Pecco, Francesco, Bagnaia and Martin. However, as his tires aged, he actually started going much faster. He could maneuver his bike efficiently without needing to lean excessively into the corners." He further praised Bastianini's braking technique, noting, "He was incredibly smooth in braking. When I was trailing him, his tires didn't even show any signs of smoke during braking. His handling was impeccable." Marquez acknowledged that Bastianini's performance was reminiscent of his past exceptional rides, making him a formidable competitor, especially on days when he is at his best. Looking ahead, the 2024 Austrian MotoGP at the Red Bull Ring circuit in Spielberg, scheduled for August 16th to 18th, presents a new challenge for Marquez. Historically, Marquez has struggled on this track, and Bastianini's continued rise in form could potentially extend the gap between them further in the championship race. In the aftermath of the 2024 British GP, Ducati Lenovo's Francesco Bagnaia has seen his position atop the MotoGP standings usurped by Jorge Martin of Pramac Ducati. After finishing third in the race, Bagnaia is now in second place, trailing Martin by just 3 points. Bagnaia started the British GP from the front row in second place and initially made an impressive start, swiftly overtaking pole sitter Alex Espargaro. He managed to hold the lead for a substantial portion of the race, demonstrating his competitive edge. However, midway through the race, Martin, who had been in close pursuit, managed to slip past him. Adding to Bagnaia's challenges, his teammate Enea Bastianini also surpassed him. Bastianini ultimately claimed victory, with Martin securing second place, pushing Bagnaia down to third. As a result, Bagnaia's points haul for the day was limited to just 20, not enough to maintain his lead in the championship standings. Despite the setback, Bagnaia has taken a composed approach to the situation. He remains unfazed, viewing the fluctuations in the standings as part of the natural ebb and flow of the season. "No, I'm not troubled by losing the top spot," Bagnaia remarked. "This is how the championship is going to be, with changes like this until the end." Bagnaia also expressed his preference for being in the lead rather than chasing from behind. "I prefer to be the one being chased rather than the chaser, as being in front always has its advantages," he explained. Nevertheless, he acknowledged that the difference between being first and second, given the close points gap, doesn't alter the broader context of the championship much. As the season progresses, the competition remains as intense and unpredictable as ever, reflecting the high-stakes nature of MotoGP. Keep warming up your engines. See you at the next race.